Welcome guys to the Slowpoke World, where today we're continuing our Darkness Ablaze content with Salamence VMAX. Now I think Salamence VMAX is a card you can take a myriad of different ways, but this version I feel is very unique and it really helps show up that Eternus matchup, which we all know is going to be really prevalent. Sound good? Let's get to it. Welcome guys to the Slowpoke World, where today we're continuing Darkness Ablaze, like I said in the intro, with Salamence VMAX. And you know what, Salamence VMAX is probably one of the best cards in the set, could turn out to be the most playable and the most strong. And because it's got an all-colourless attack cost, we all know we can take this a whole bunch of different ways. So let's have a look. So we've got Salamence VMAX, 320 HP VMAX Pokemon, with 2 attacks, Twin Sonic, for 1 energy. This attack does 40 damage to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon, don't apply weakness and resistance. So that's a good little sniper attack, to be fair. 40 in 2 places isn't too bad. 2-shot and stuff like Grookey, for example, putting pressure on stuff like Jirachi's as well, to be fair. So in all honesty, that attack isn't too bad. But the main reason we play Salamence VMAX though is for that max swing attack. For 4 energy you do a flat 240 and this Pokemon can't attack during your next turn. So we all know that effect is pretty much null and void. It's the same effect that Zacian has, and all you got to do is just switch around to the bench, switch back to the active, and you're good to go. So that's our build around. Salamence VMAX 240 is a really good number. 1-shot and stuff like Zacian, and 2-shot and everything else. So yeah, we play 3 Salamence V, 3 of the Salamence V, I should say. Basic Pokemon, 220 HP. The rest of a really cool attack as well, to be fair. For 3 colours energy, you do Transflight. This attack does 30 damage to all your opponent's Pokemon. That's pretty cool. That's a good bit of spread. It's one of those attacks where on face value you don't see yourself using it, but then in games you will find yourself just like to help miss, clean up KOs and stuff like this. And you got for 4 energy Heavy Storm, 160, and I guess it KOs the Dene, which is kind of cool. And now getting onto the variant, Coalossal at a 4-1-3 line. So what Coalossal lets you do is it lets you play fire and fighting energies, okay? What it does, once per turn you can take 1 fire and 1 fighting from your discard and attach them to your Pokemon any way you like. Now if you have 2 out, you can grab 4, but it has to be 1 fire and 1 fighting at a time. So what this does, this lets you run some fighting types, okay? Because we all know that the sort of big poster boys from Darkness Ablaze are going to be Salamence and are going to be Eternus. You both, Eternus and Salamence, are sort of 2-shot on each other. So that matchup, I think, can go either way. What Coalossal lets you do, though, is run some fighting types so that you cover that weakness nicely. You know, again, some people want to play Porygon Z, that's fine. I think Coalossal is just as good. And like I said, being able to run the fire types for stuff like Zacian and metal types, and then run the fighting energies for Eternus, and sort of have your Salamence as just be your jack of all trades matchup, because that's what it does. 240 against everything. It's not really doesn't really matter what it's hitting into, whereas with this you can run some cool stuff. This is an Entei, sorry for the proxy, this is an Entei, I have it on the screen now obviously. 130 HP basic Pokemon with Rally Back. This is 30 plus 90 if one of your Pokemon was carried last turn. What I really like Entei to do, because in a VMAX matchups, right, Salamence is going to miss KOs. It's just the way it's going to be. And if they get first hit on you, you hit, then they KO you. You don't really want to send in the next Salamence because, you know, they only have to take 6 prizes to win the game. This Entei lets you skew that prize trade really nicely, whilst being a really good mass fixer on VMAX knockouts. Also one-shot Zacians. You know, if it knocks out one of your Pokemon, and it's just a big chunky 130 HP Pokemon, Rally Back, and being a 1 prize that can help fix your mass is really cool. We then play 1 Dewall. I really like Dewall in here. 120 for 3 energy, plus 30 for each prize card your opponent's taken. So here's how your game plan can sort of go. You can take some prizes with Salamence, throw up Entei to mass fix, and then you can go swinging out with Dewall. It's got an ability as well. This Pokemon takes 30 less damage from attacks. That's always welcome. And a 220 HP basic that attacks for 3 colours. So you can always throw him up. You know, really good against non-GX and all that good stuff. We then play 1 Sandaconda, and this is your Eternus slapper, baby. Sandaconda V is a basic Pokemon, 220 HP, with 2 attacks. We've got Sand, for, I think it's Sand Eater, I believe. You attach fighting energy from your discard pile to this Pokemon, that does 30 damage as well. And then for 3 energy, you do Sand Breath, 220, and discard 2 energy from this Pokemon. Now, we all see Coalossal Sandaconda's been a deck in this format. I say this format, the sort of Rebel Clash format. which is quite a good limited success. But what Sandaconda lets you do, if you haven't found Salamence, or you found Salamence not the VMAX, Sandaconda is a basic Pokemon that can just slap, and it slaps hard. You know, if you lead it and you get the 2 energy, go in second with Sand, so you attach and then get someone with Sand Eater as well. It's such a threatening Pokemon, and it's gonna make your opponent think twice about if do I really want to Guzma up a Roly-Coly? Do I really want to Guzma up a Salamence V to try and kill them? Because if you do that, the Sandaconda is just going to come out and slap you, and it gives you a really good option as well. Like, if your opponent doesn't see that you've got Salamence down, they're probably thinking, okay, I'm not going to get hit for big damage this turn. But you can get Sandaconda going in a turn by just benching him, attaching energy, do your tar generator, bang, 220. Really good number, so Sandaconda's there for that. Every player wants an just to help us draw through, really. Alright, on to the supporters. So, we have 4 Professors Research, ignore the Sycamores, just, you know, proxy, ain't got that many Sycamores in real life. I mean, researchers in real life. You know, we're a stage 2 deck end of the day. We need to get energy in the discard pile to start tar generating. So discarding and draw 7 is going to be paramount for that. In the same vein, we play 3 Skylar, because, you know, we're a stage 2 deck. You know, if you've missed the Coalossal, you can grab a Pokecom. If you've missed a rare candy, you can grab the candy. And it's just going to help you keep you ticking over, really. I'm a fan of Skylar, always have been, since she was first printed in Boundaries Crossed. You could argue, could be a bit biased there, just because I love the card. One of my favourite supporters of all time. So, but I think anytime playing a stage 2 deck, I think, you know, Skylar always warrants at least consideration. Got 2 Marnie, just adds a little bit more disruption, whilst having a little bit of, you know, draw for yourself. Obviously, you both put your hand to the bottom and you draw, well, you draw 5, your opponent gets 4. So you get a little bit of disruption for your opponent, whilst getting a little bit of extra dig for yourself. If you want to sort of have a support that lets you see more cards, because you want to, you know, make sure you set up, I would recommend some Erica's Hospitality there. And then we get 2 Boss's Orders, act as our Gust. I wouldn't mind a 3rd here, but, you know, it's just a 2 deck space, can be kind of tight. Boss Orders going to let us clean up missed KOs, or, you know, really get clinical with our Entei. You know, if they've got a Bentization, for example, you can bring it up, Entei it, all that good stuff. Let you know, KO Dene for games, stuff like this. For a quick ball, because, you know, we need to get our basic Pokemon down, right? There's just no way around that. You know, we need to get Roly-Coly down, ideally turn 1. You know, we need to get Salamence down. We need to find Dubwall and Sandaconda, or even Dedenne. So 4 quick balls lets us do that. We play 4 Pokemon Communication. This is just so we can find our Pokemon, so we can find our VMAX, we can find our Coalossals. You know, we can find, it just lets us find anything, really. And I think anytime you're a stage 2 deck, you can't just rely on 4 quick balls. And because we've got enough Pokemon running here, we can warrant playing Communications to get universal deck search over just playing Evolution Instance. 1 Ordinary Rod. This is just so we can get back attackers if we have to discard them for whatever reason. We can get back Dubwall, we can get back Entei, we can get back Sandaconda, get back Dedenne as well, I guess, or even the VMAX if one of them's hit the discard pile and you prized one. Use Ordinary Rod to get it back. 4 Rare Candy. I mean, we're a stage 2 deck. I don't know why you wouldn't play 4 Rare Candy. 3 Switch, just so you can maneuver around our Pokemon. You know, Coalossal has a 4 retreat cost, I think. Sandaconda has a 3 retreat cost, so balloons aren't really terribly helpful. So we play 3 Switch to give us some movement. And then we play 3 Viridian Forest. And the reason we play 3 Viridian Forest is because we need to strictly have 1 fighting and 1 fire on our discard pile, at least 1 of each at any given time. We've got no real reliable way of searching for the fires. So Viridian Forest is the way we do that. Energy. We play 3 triple accelerations because Salamence VMAX, I should say, is an evolved Pokemon. So, you know, if you really haven't got a lot of stuff going with Coalossal, if you've got a Salamence V on the bench for at least 1 energy, you can just VMAX, attach, triple acceleration, bang, 240. So I think that's kind of cool. Play 3 fire energy because, you know, we need to satisfy the fire part of our ability. So we play 3. I don't think you want to run too many more than 3 because if you have too many, you won't attack with Sandaconda. So I think 3 is fine. And then rounding out the list, we have, how many do we have? 3, 6, 7 fighting energy. That's just so, you know, we can get going with Sandaconda and all that good stuff. Other options, you could run a Ninetales V. You know, it was in there for the longest of time, but I think on face value, I couldn't really think of many times you're actually going to use it. So it ended up coming out. So yeah, there's Sandaconda. No, it's not. That was Coalossal Salamence VMAX. Let me know what you think. The Sandaconda really put the shift in it again in the Eternus matchup. I actually got a gameplay of that matchup, so I'll leave that in the description if I remember, so go check that out. But thank you so much for watching, guys. In the description also will be all my Darkness Ablaze content. You know, if you're hungry for a few more deck lists and a few more games, feel free to go hunting and have a look at that. But thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you all next time.